Today you come home for dinner, I'm busy answering. After 2 words, the other end of the line was disconnected. She just smiled gently without any trace of anger. No anger at all because she forgot too familiar. With his coldness her hand rubbed my flat belly whispering Dad. Just know the presence of the child so. Like that then Mom believe Dad will be very happy because having children in this life is actually what you are. A warm person is just that warm not. For her he married her because he was forced and she married him because she loved him. Her father knew she loved him. He took family and career for himself. Threatened him to marry her. Although it was too much. Worthy but standing on the position of a. His father also just wanted to have those. Good thing for girls but I don't. How many people can think like that? Can love the daughter of the one who forced him night. That day he came home very late and walked in. He saw her sleeping on the nightstand. There was a paper from his hospital on the bed. Pick it up and see that she called to ask. Tell him I'm pregnant. Your heart is a little painful, you hate her but can't love her. He hated her father for forcing him but she didn't. What's the mistake? The only mistake is loving you. The following months he took good care of her. Kidney does not love her but he has to fulfill the responsibility of a husband. Now has the added responsibility of another father because she is carrying the child. Of these days with her. Say the happy days you take care. Worried about her every little thing she felt. I feel like I love this child very much. But knew she would get pregnant sooner. A little like that will be loved and cared for by you. Squirrel like now one evening him and her. Lying on the bed both turned. Her back to the other person she whispered to him. Yeah, do you love me? Are you silent? I replied. Seeing that, I laughed. I said, just kidding, don't mind, I'm still silent. Don't answer her no matter if you love me. Or later you have to love your child. She said, smiling and crying. Just fell. Then she rubbed her belly and thought to herself. Because my child only has you left. Take my hand. She wiped away her tears and dialed the number. Hug him from behind his back. Stiff she saw that and laughed out loud. Don't misunderstand. I want to hug you. I see you ignore your onion. She hugged him tighter. If only for life. How nice it would be not to let go. The last day of pregnancy she was getting thinner. Pale mounds besides a big belly. The places on her body were covered with only leather. He took her to the hospital for a checkup. She just smiled and replied that she was sick. Morning sickness came the day she went into labor. She was in pain. Painful but still insisted on him giving. It takes half an hour to get to hospital A. Car while hospital B near home also can deliver the baby after informing the head of the department. Directly delivered her baby after 2 hours. He had a fever. Intestines standing in front of the delivery room door. In the echo of the baby's cry. Is your child born? The delivery room door opened wide and the nurse shouted. Hi ran away from him and followed the nurse. He found her lying on the bed breathing. She saw him and smiled contentedly. Please tell me, do you love me or not? Must love your child because later on. I only have you. The words she said she repeated again. Words I only dared to think. Now she also said it. He heard her raise her hand wanting to touch his face. Of the person who loves for the last time because she knows this is the last chance. I'm tired. I'll sleep for a while. You see me. Take care of your baby. Her hand was on his face from the drop her eyes slowly closed. At the same time a shrill scream. The baby's cries echoed throughout the room. Joseph woke up with a start after a nightmare. That horrible dream. He unconsciously looked over. The bed next door is lucky that's just. Nightmare people are still here now. The girl lying next to him also hurried. Jumped up probably because of the sitting motion too much. His folding affected my sleep. Miss Elizabeth woke up rubbing her eyes and voice. Still sleepy, what's wrong? You are obviously okay but you are indifferent. I'm fine. Go to sleep. Elizabeth, how can she sleep when her aunt is sick? Her most beloved husband is also in such a situation. Her heart does not love her. Reached for a tissue on the nightstand. Gently wipe away the thin sweat still on his forehead, her voice gentle in the night. Do you have nightmares? Joseph remembered the nightmare he had just had. It's really scary. It's not like a normal nightmare is a series of The chaos incident is unrelated. Each other embroidered it so real. A slow motion film, take it slow. Slowly replaying the moments of he and she, 10 out of 10. It reflects the truth. Even showed him clearly how a bad husband has hurt. How deeply love his wife. He took the man's skinny hand. She was wiping his sweat gently. The more skinny and small, now pregnant. Not gaining any weight even. Still lost weight because of severe congestion in the first 3 months. Pregnant for many months. Why are you sick? So can I ask you a question? Elizabeth smiled knowingly. Pure smile in the night makes him flutter. XU Emily, I have morning sickness and can't eat anything. But when I heard the answer. She feels cold alive. About 2 minutes next to the bed. Sink down, maybe he was lying down on the bed. A few seconds later, a snake arm. Surely hug her big hand, gently caress. Her slightly protruding belly. Clumsy, he softly voice, far different from the figure. The unpleasant look just now is like two people. Completely different, so I'm sorry just now. I had a nightmare, so I'm a bit uncomfortable. Go to sleep. Elizabeth looked down at her hand. On his stomach, upset and resentful. 4 days ago seemed to disappear. She smiled happily. Happy then answer yes to him. Elizabeth is such a gullible person. A few minutes ago he was grumpy with her. Sadly, a few minutes later he comforted her child. Emily's area gave her a hug and she was gone. Forget all that happened 4 days ago. But honestly, sometimes she is very jealous. With my child because he has love. His but hers is not the same. Like how much I love my child but do not love the woman who carries the burden of giving birth to the child. You are like that, but she is willing to understand you. There is a reason for it. Who loves the one who forced himself first? Early in the morning at 8 o'clock, Joseph took Elizabeth to the hospital for a checkup. More than an hour later. When the results come out, I saw them with my own eyes. The doctor's conclusion is everything. Everything is normal. Both mother and baby are healthy. Only now did he dare to breathe a sigh of relief. The rock that weighed on me last night has been lifted. Let go. Look at the sky. I just knew I was outside. How much pain do you feel waiting for me? That mother and daughter will have something special. Especially your children in this world. He only has it as a relative. The person who runs with me. The same blood. As for his wife, he was not sure. Is he your relative? Not when she was the one who made him fall in. In this situation, he does not hate her. But still cannot accept. She and his father-in-law forced him into a dead-end turn photo into a guy. Unorthodox men and their wives forced him to marry her to the person. Life despises you as a fame-hungry gold digger. A year ago, the first time I met her, I was impressed. His with her very deep little girl. Tawn is in her prime. Spring always wears dresses. Beautiful pure white, I feel. Pure lonely soul. These dresses are just an impression. Good things were extinguished from the moment her three met. Older brother. My daughter likes you very much. Joseph didn't know whether to be happy or sad at that moment. Should be sad, you see her as just a child. My little sister, I'm frank. Express thoughts, I just see her as my sister. Her father heard that and went straight to the point. His business style has always been like this. I don't like wreaths, I only have one child. The only daughter is her whether she wants it or not. In the sky I will still find a way to pick down. Let alone you if you agree. Take it then, my whole small fortune. Leave it to you and your wife if you don't want to. You will have a hard time living. This city. I know she was born at the finish line. Want what you get, but you. She never expected that her father would come. This level, though I don't want it. The second half of my life is dominated by no. Thinking a lot. He resolutely refused. Sorry, it was my uncle's suggestion. I dare not accept. Please find someone other suitable for her. Then he left, but he didn't. I didn't expect his power to be so great. He holds a diploma of honors in hand, but go around the big city. Big still, no company except. I went to work and they used many reasons to reject him for the reasons he has. Just graduated, not enough experience, or we only need college degree. Students like you should find suitable places. More suitable even. He applied to be a worker in a small factory, also only a few days Several months of unemployment to face. Rent, electricity, water. Helpless. To despair he could only comply. Your idea. The day he and she signed the paper together. Marriage binds her father to also be her father-in-law. His immediately appointed him to the position. Branch manager, a position that. Fresh graduate like you have a dream. Also dare not think so that there is. Many people said to each other that he was hiding. Wife's dress. Thinking of this, he felt even more upset. How much resentment and unwillingness I have. Unloaded on his wife every night. He got angry with her even though he wasn't rude. Brutal but never gentle. With her still remember the first night of the two wives. Her blood flowed down her white thighs. Then ran down to the white bed sheet. I believe he felt guilty, so he asked her if she was hurt. No, she was in a lot of pain at that time but tried to squeeze it out. To give a forced smile is to smile, but her eyes were wet to make him happy. Continue to secrete on his body. Only when she was pregnant did he think about feelings. Take her a little gentle with her one brother. The doctor said to do a lot of ultrasound. Not good for baby. Her words pulled him back to reality. She whispered to him every day on the way home. Passing by she noticed something more and more. It was clear that between the two of them outside this common child with a piece of paper. Marriage is no longer binding. She knew she was wrong. But why is this mistake of hers happening again? One this big. I know you're still driving. Can answer such a superficial question. No more than you are always cheap. Superficial. I know that ultrasound. Too much is not good for the development of fetus, but he was out of options and the nightmare. Last night's dream really scared him. Like a huge black shadow clinging to the mind. His mind weighed down his body causing. I'm suffocating. There's only one way to go. This examination makes me feel more secure. Yes, but Elizabeth answered him in the end. She looked down at her stomach again. Thinking about unhappy things. There is no one like her husband at all times. Also address his wife as, I, and, you. Once upon a time when I was a very young girl. Like to read romance stories with some sentences. The story of the male lead calling each other like that. With the female lead she really likes and feels. The way I address you is often a bit cold. Strange but also very warm, but from her husband's mouth uttered words like. Then she knew how cold it was. It is colder than the negative temperature at both ends. Poles of the earth. It can cause the earth. The hot heart of a boiling person. Enthusiasm slowly but surely returns. Should be cold as ice. How often did Joseph drive and notice her? But always see her looking. Down the belly, cannot observe the feature. Her face. Finally she was thinking. What I really don't know, and I always have a question. Do you like this baby? Either like it or dislike it. But because I want to keep you. I keep you. But I cannot give myself a sentence. Answer satisfactorily. Why do you have that question? No, because he never saw her have any action or gesture that show that you love the baby in your belly. He had never seen her rub her belly. Whisper to the child like other mothers. Or do, except one thing she does. Look down at your belly sometimes. Really want to know how she feels about carrying it. His flesh and blood is in his body, but he is not thinking. Thinking back, I still didn't ask, but whether. Do you know that there are kinds of love, not expressed in words or act carelessly but show by how to sacrifice yourself? Do you want anything to eat? Suddenly he spoke up, making her escape from his train of thought with feelings. In this sudden situation, she did not have time to react. I answered him unconsciously. I'm hungry, but I don't want to eat only one thing. A second later she felt regretful. Then she looked at him with a start. I realized that I had just said something very wrong. Why can she say such thoughtless words? But now she is not alone. I still have to eat for two people. My dear. She wanted to explain a few sentences, not because she was afraid he would scold her and she was afraid he would be sad. Contrary to her pale face, a smile passed over his lips as if it were not there. When you get her answer, if you don't want to eat, I won't force you. She is pregnant and must supplement fully. Nutrition for the fetus is a must. But the mother's mood is also very important. If the person's mood heavy, mother fetus will not be able Healthy, can you tell her? If you want to eat, then you have to drink milk. I have not eaten anything since morning. He had not finished his sentence when she was already enthusiastic. Not I drink, I drink. He turned away and smiled at each other. It's been more than half a year now. Perhaps those moments, tormenting each other's spirit, has made him forgot one thing his wife also has. Time slows down at such a lovely time. She has been pregnant for 6 weeks now. Her belly is so big it looks like some are about to give birth. People worried about asking, they were afraid that the too big a fetus will adversely affect the. After giving birth, she was the only one who remained sterile. Love is meaningless simply because she understands clearly why. Why is my belly so big? Joseph goes to work in the morning and comes home in the afternoon. Come home early, take care of her, never overtime like other jobs. There will also be times when I'm sad about high heels. Like a mountain, but he still brought it all home. Sometimes when I have free time I will read some good books about childcare. Take care of pregnant wife, look at his appearance. Concentrate on reading books that have. Some people will always be boring, but you researched meticulously as a very project. Big company, her heart skipped a beat. Unconsciously he is actually very emotional. Very warm, just a pity that my feelings. Not for you, maybe you are just. Enjoy the baby in the womb. Speaking of which, perhaps everyone understands Lee. Because he doesn't like her but loves her very much. Love this child, right? Because this, his only relative, is blood. His only flesh and blood in the world. This life. Her father investigated him before. No, his mother is the daughter of a rich family. Rich family fell in love with his father. Just a young family driver. Decades ago, when society was still. Emphasis on the issue of social status for grandparents. My grandmother does not accept my father. But his mother, she is too stubborn. Grandparents' words firmly protect love. I voluntarily ran away with my father. Another city, two people met. From then on, the couple Toi Te Trang appeared. Starting from zero but living with. We are so happy together. My mother forgot her noble lady status and my father built a small family. Just the incident happened so suddenly at the time of birth. His 17th birthday, he eagerly waited. Parents bring cake home to celebrate birthday, but it's easy still not. I don't see them anywhere. Instead there is the person who came to inform the child's parents had an accident. Very serious accident, they passed away. He used all the calmness he had. A 17-year-old boy arrived at the scene. Traffic accident, but not. Can distinguish between father and mother. Because two people were lying next to each other with bloodstains. Really alike, already has a person. Somehow, pity the situation and make them strong. Projection to ease the grief beside. Where my parents are lying as a cake. Birthday crushed orange mixed. With blood color complete, a bright red. Creepy. From then on he was not. Remember but do not want to remember birthday. Mine too, because birthdays are for everyone. You are the joy, only I am one. The haunting memory I just can't forget. Remember a bright red when the cake crushed in a pool of blood. But no one knows if it is his father's blood or not. Is your mother's? The owner of the truck that caused the accident compensated. Give him some money along with the obligation. Have to raise him until he is 18 years old. Son. The driver had to go to jail for 2 years because of no accident on purpose. Sounds true. Gentle, right? But after each traffic accidents happen regardless of the cause. No matter how great the pain is. The person is still alive. Still the most important thing my parents have. No more, I don't want to do it. Make a big deal out of it. Complex. The driver did not intentionally cause the accident. The other victim still has 2 children waiting. Dad, come back. The year he finished 12th grade was also the year he was too old. British subsidy used that compensation money. Attend a public university. 4 years of college and work at the same time. Must strive to win life scholarship. I never have a moment of ease. Breathe. Then thanks to graduation again, gravel should. He got a job right after graduating. Just once again luck did not smile. Smile at him, meet her, maybe to him is one unlucky thing because she is a brother. Buried again. She knew that he not fun, but she believes that only need to be sincere enough, then one day will come. He understood that she loved him so much. How much love to give. Without reply, no need for you to. Forefather give her something as long as he has. If she could love him, she would be very happy. And now the two of them still have a little bond. Fragile child comes just when she felt most desperate to let her carry his blood. Have a little more hope for marriage. This time the love will be happy. Over time, right? But reality is always the opposite of what she thinks. Waiting until one day after 10 p.m. I just got home and my brother smells like copper. She didn't know how much he had drunk. But look at you, half drunk, half sober like this. Makes her feel something very wrong. Okay, in her impression he never drink to get drunk like this. But as soon as she helped him to bed, she loosened up. Your time makes you a suit. Sleep comfortably at home and everything is settled. She was going to get a wet towel to wipe him. I dreamily pulled her to lie down. Get out of bed, maybe because he was drunk. Unaware of what he was doing. Even more, forget what she was having. Time movement, pull her down on the bed. A little strong made her fall on the bed. Panic for a while. Luckily for the score, the bed is very soft and light, so her child doesn't have to worry. Why haven't I had time to breathe a sigh of relief yet? His lips were close to hers, carrying the pungent smell of wine. Is just like that. Kiss her. Your kiss today is so strange. But more precisely, this is not. Should be kiss rather than it is nagging it. Torment is a kind of venting I bite. Her lips were strong even in the moment her mouth opened slightly to speak. The sound of pain, he still had the strength to rush in. Tangled with her tongue, she wanted avoid, partly because of pain and partly because of fear. Yeast makes you lose your will and harms you to the child, but cannot avoid him. Just like that. Hold her tight and kiss her lips. Crazy, but she didn't get any happiness from that kiss at all. She was so scared that he was losing control will hurt you. But when he sobered up, he found out his crazy act. Now he will. How painful now. The only way is to follow. He followed her wishes despite her lips were. Her tongue was swollen and painful because of I rub until it burns. I'm drunk but still seem to feel the world. The girl cooperated with him gently. Easier, gentler kiss, also not still as wild as a few minutes ago. After he was satisfied, she let go and tried. Take a deep breath and calm down. I am also to reassure my beloved child. She has always been 1,000 times. I didn't expect that, especially when he was drunk again. Doing things like this is lucky. Is he not going any further? If there is, I'm sure she and her mother won't be okay tonight. Eyes. Space, stillness, thought a few seconds. Heard English giggling again. A sad smile made her feel. I don't know him, he said with a smile. I told you today my father came home. I let you take the position. She silently listened to him say she could. It is predictable that the next words, what he was about to say, would hurt her very much. His woman's heart remained silent. But he didn't care and continued. Laugh. I know what sales is. Not under authority. My father, but above 10,000 people. But Elizabeth didn't want to hear anymore and grabbed hold of him. Your gentle hands can comfort me. If you are tired, take a rest and see you tomorrow. Tell me again. But he did not listen obediently. She said that and he pushed her hand away loudly. My voice is not tired, I am very happy. Let me know if I lie. If you are happy, why are you so drunk? He was happy to find her to vent his anger. If you are happy, then why use that careless, desperate tone? Talking to her, I don't want to stop yet. Again. It's strange that my dad believes it. I thought so. He is not afraid of being me. Overthrow you like a crazy person. Recite your own story without needing to. The listener does not need the responder. Mr. Power is what a brat name. Easily manipulated by you like me. So what? Maybe what I said is right. Clearly asked, but I don't need the sentence. Answer crazy in. My world is like that. Self-written and self-written. Act without any help or accompaniment. This time she was completely helpless. I hope you don't say anymore, because the more you say, only made her regret more for those. My recent mistakes have a meaning. The thought of leaving him urged her so. But she is still hesitating until today. When she encountered this, she was able to give. Make your final decision. She would leave him instead of the thought of use the child to make him love her with her. That idea is wrong, really wrong. Joseph mumbled some more things then. Elizabeth Nhu also got out of bed and carried him into a basin of clean water to wipe his body. Comfortable, then also go to bed next. Beside him, she wanted to hug him, and then she hugged him. Alone, wish if it was before she would not dare to actively hug him like this because, but except for the times of deep sleep, can control out, then this is the first time. Once married, every little bit, we will also feel the opponent's skin. Feel familiar but have a wife. She always dare not get close to her husband. I'm afraid I'll come one step closer to you. We'll step back a step, but from now on. Later it won't be like that. She won't have to suppress your desires anymore, because time is running out. The next morning Joseph woke up to the sound of headache like a hammer. The damage will be seen. The best part of alcohol is here. Look around. Around Duan cool carry stop at the person. Hug me. She hugs him very tight. If not, there should still be some space between. Her big belly is probably two people can stick together as one. This hug is not from before. Never had it before, just felt dry. Magical thirst. I don't know why I'm unconscious. Kiss her forehead gently. Then the neighborhood sat up to avoid the impact. To her sleep, regret that she still woke up. She rubbed her eyes to wake up. Huh bro? Wake up. Do you have a headache? Ignore the question when all his attention is on you. All stopped on her lips. Swollen red. I'm impatient. Your lips. What's wrong, girl? Look at me and then avoid me. Star. A chain of chaotic memories swirling around. In his mind he vaguely remembered something urgent. What did I do to you last night? Are you okay? No, he asked, his hand naturally lifting her maternity shirt up to the body. I see your stomach is still normal. Just felt relieved, turned around. Looked up at her, waiting for her answer. Just smile. It's okay, I know everything. You will not be so simple. Lips. Hers was so swollen that even though can't remember exactly what happened last night. What happened, but he still apologized to her. I was drunk last night. Don't mind me. What did I do wrong? Please forgive me now. Wake up, wash my face, kids, go eat breakfast. She smiled and nodded her head, a bright smile on her face. Lips, but her eyes were sparkling. Tears, my dear, do you know, smile. That she was born to show him a part. Happy but 10 parts suffering. The moment he lifted her shirt to check if his child is still there, then she more certain that I am not that. What with him was clearly her lips. Is in so much pain, I see, but I just care for the baby, a little worry for, not even for her. The next 3 months slowly passed by. Through this time is when she feels. I feel happiest when I am loved by you. Caring love. For myself also, not shy anymore. Like before, she was more open to talk with you more, laugh more. Every time she hugged him tightly when leaving sleep, but he also does not reject many times. And hugged her back if they stay like this forever. How nice it is. 2 more days to go. On her due date she went into labor. Contractions and rupture of membranes made him extremely worried. As for her, even though she was in pain, she 10 ribs at the same time, but still fasting forced him to take her to the hospital. Hospital B must be Hospital B. Now there is a lie, but still no to ask. Why don't you go to Hospital A for it? Near her, lying in the back seat, answered him at Hospital B. I have someone I know will be safer and be taken care of more carefully. He listened and took her there. Just her and I'm fine. What about the illness? I have no opinion on any hospital I just arrived at, where she was rushed to the delivery room because water broke. Just as she said, Doctor here seems very interested in her room. Closed as if separating 2 worlds inside the room are one. Woman writhing in pain, trying to breathe, but on the outside, man pacing his bowels. Liver has been restless for 3 hours. Passed by, he went to sit on the fire in the middle. At this confusing time, I suddenly remember to the words of someone's wife and children. How big is the belly when giving birth? Will also encounter obstacles to that saying. Circling in his mind the story. This and that in his unconsciousness, he again remember the dream full of blood and tears. Months ago she would be okay. Not necessarily nothing will happen. Where does medicine go now? Medicine is very developed now. If you can't be naturally beautiful, you'll have a cesarean section. Your wife and children will be safe. At this time, nurse scale from the delivery room to the far away. Seeing her, Mr. Din approached to ask to see. How is your wife's situation? Before she could ask anything, she looked at him and another man is also waiting for someone. Home like him, she is looking for her family. Elizabeth Hahn. Elizabeth is not his wife's name. At this moment the man approached her again. Nurse with expectant eyes is me nurse. Good news announcement, happy birthday brother and mother. Baby boy 3 kilograms. Then face happy mouth thanked profusely. Thank you, thank you. The man responded with a smile of the nurse and then she returned to the delivery room. The other person is still very happy but wants to share your joy with the world. Knowing that, he took the initiative to approach. Chat with Joseph, my wife gave birth. It's a boy, oh I'm so happy. Joseph saw his action. Then I don't mind, I feel happy, he said to the young father. Congratulations, congratulations you guy. The father also asked Joseph a question. XS is also born inside. Why do you nod yes then wish me? No thank you for wishing your wife a speedy delivery. Is it when anyone standing here gets to hear that announcement would be as fun as the person? I really hope the man 4 days ago or not. The nurse will come out of the delivery room again. Announced that his wife and children were safe. About a few minutes later, the wife and the other man's child was pushed out of the hospital room now. In front of the large delivery room corridor. Hospital only he was waiting behind. It was so long ago that I can't remember clearly. Is the exact time father. From the delivery room there was another nurse. The nurse 4 was pushing a cradle. Go out. Mother's family Lisa Maths. I learned that he ran to me with great urgency. Same me, I congratulate you, this is. His baby girl weighs 2.2 kilogram. A newborn baby gets a towel. White foam covered most of his body. Even so, he still clearly have some wrinkled skin. The baby lay still with its red balls exposed. In the nurture of tiny eyes half closed like trying to open up to see the wide world. Big different from the warm womb of the mother has protected the baby for 9 months and 10 days. Through there is my son, my heart beats fast. It just keeps thumping knife. Unusual movement, is this the thing? Sacred feeling of blood relationship. Why did you keep looking at me for about 2 minutes? I just remembered something important, wife. Where am I? 4 days ago I saw someone's wife and children. The other man was pushed out at the same time. Why is there only your child now? So where is your wife Elizabeth? The nurse looked at him with pity and then nodded. Stop. His wife left after giving birth. He said, why did the child give it to him? I heard a wild story. The best road in the world. What did you say, wife? How can I? Then he lost his temper and raised his voice like was yelling at the poor hospital nurse. What kind of patient care are you guys doing? She just gave birth and you let her leave? The nurse just followed the doctor's instructions. Others do not know how to handle this. She panicked and just apologized. Your fault, actually I also this. Hollow. Now she hurriedly left to return. Delivery room. At this moment Joseph was really helpless. Through hundreds of thousands of situations in life. But he never thought he would fall into it. What should I do in this situation? Born had to leave mother's arms. Why did your wife leave you like that? Or maybe she's bored with life. This loveless marriage is over. What temperature is created? If so, then let me bear all the consequences. Accidentally on your daughter like this. And this hospital can be left. The newborn leaves behind 1,000 questions. Surrounded his mind until later. Now I know why the hospital can let her go, why she insist. Choose this hospital to give birth. It was a week later that his son was able to come home. During his time at the British Institute, both father and mother try to take care for his poor daughter though. So you still contact to hire someone. The maid was worried that she didn't have it. Experience raising children. What I don't know what to do. With the child he does not want to have any carelessness. The maid is a middle-aged woman. She lives in the countryside with her mother, has no husband and no children. After her mother died, she went to the city to find her. She is from the countryside. Honest and sincere. honest and simple, far from the others. Multifaceted people in the bustling city. This bustling, on the other hand, she is also the same age with his mother, so he saw it. Have feelings, choose her as a maid. As for Elizabeth, he had no intention of. Find her mother who is so cruel to abandon. I have been like that since birth. Ask yourself a question and find one yourself. Answer for yourself that she could not endure this wrong marriage, yet he had intended to. Give up your lifelong obsession. This will build a family with her. When he was young, he went to work and she stayed home to take care of the children. Such a simple life, happy. So many, but after a week of thinking carefully, I don't hate you either if this is the choice. If it's your choice, then I respect you. Maybe after more than a year of living together, she has thought clear so that we can make decisions. This is my child I will raise. Love your child, see mother part of. He will make her the happiest little princess in the world. But if one day she remembers, I come back to find you, I will still let you accept mother, because flesh and blood is not can separate. I wrote a resignation letter. Give it to her dad this time, he is happy. Receive order. She is very sorry for what dad did before. Maybe he realized that he was wrong when forced like that, and now the children were separated and he was miserable while the other was. Joseph is not happy now. Also no longer hostile to him too. After all, he is just love my little daughter so much. I also have children. I understand the heart of a parent. No matter how bad you are, when you have children, you only want children. Be happy if every day, my daughter. I also love someone no matter what. I have to kidnap him and I will bring him back. For daughter. It's okay, we are destined, but fate is too shallow. It's just a pity that when I realized everything, it's too late to save. She wanted to let go of this relationship already. Her father smiled gently, revealing wrinkles of time after hearing those. Son-in-law, okay, what do you do? I want, but I remember that this place everyone waits for me at the main door. Yes, I feel good. Thanks, Dad. Call him Dad. This can be the last time. But when he was about to leave the chairman's office, as if someone had prompted him, ask him a question. Is she still okay? Good luck getting the answer you want. Want him to feel relieved before leaving. From the president's office he left there. The old man was sitting on the main chair. Sigh one, I clearly love each other. Why torture each other like that more than one? He found a job the following month. Settle into a new company, a job. New beginnings. Also at this time has a short economic news report. This morning the only daughter of the Lord H.T. Group chairman officially takes office. Position shrinks to former CEO Daniel. It seems like her life is going well with her two children. Ex-husband and wife. Hand and pillow, just like that, living together. Cities breathe the same air. But it has nothing to do with each other again. Everything of a year ago, just like a dream. 3 years later, Dad came home from work. Cute little girl voice makes me forget all the tiredness of 8 hours work. Stress. He walked into the convenience store. Hand through briefcase on sofa. Living room to where daughter holds baby. Kiss her on the cheek. Have you showered since coming home from school? The little girl also kissed her father back like a father habit. Then say yes ma'am, bathe me. Then wait for Dad to come home for dinner. Then let Dad go take a bath and then come out to eat. Yes. For over a year now he has been promoted. More salary, manager position. But proportional to that is pressure. Work is more than I worry about. Cannot take care of daughter properly. So he sent his child to a model school. Private school, it is kindergarten. But actually they babysit children from 2 years old to under 6 years old. They all except that most of these children have fathers. Mom was busy with work, so they had to send. I live in these places, but the conditions are. It's very good here, making parents feel secure and at ease. Many friends help children become simple, sociable after dinner girl. Endless chatter and stories. In kindergarten, all 13 parts are the same. Repeated many times, but she help him listen to it, often become a habit. If you are used to it, you will feel unfamiliar without it. Dad, this year the maid is still working. For you to always love her like her own niece. The little girl told a story. Grandma Grandma, today. Now I have a new boyfriend in class with me. Class with that kid always play. Along with your child also said your mother told. Must protect children from bullying. Where is it really? Yes, really I am. Do not mind what I say, see that. A funny story of a little girl more than that. Is happy because my daughter is loved by the. You love because children love each other is. Normal point, however that story. Again made him pay attention to one point, that is. The boy's mother told him to protect his daughter. There is no hidden meaning to it. Really? I have no relatives who don't like anything. So cannot be your acquaintance. Who they are or just a. Funny words of a 3-year-old boy. After thinking for a while, he made a decision. Tomorrow dad take me to school, I call my friend. Baby, can I see your baby? How to know the thoughts? Gray adult girl happy nodding. Yes, father and son can answer. I don't know when I will finish my meal. Dinner maid reminded a sentence. Father and son, eat quickly. The rice and soup are getting cold. It's all over. Someone must remind us, otherwise we are father and son. He talked so much he forgot to eat. In the morning he took his daughter to school with the purpose of. I wanted to meet that little friend. However, today, the boy did not go to school with his relatives. Waited for the boy to go to work but still not. I saw the boy's figure everywhere. Can Emily regret going to work without seeing? Okay, let's just pretend they don't have it. Fate I just can't explain. That is all day today, go to work my. Have a strong desire to want. Met that boy once even though he only. Know the boy with the daughter's story. Just you, but there is something that urged him to meet the boy again. Once all day he brought a. Such a restless mood, so the evening. The next morning he continued to drive. Daughter goes to school different from yesterday. Today the boy went to school from afar. There was a shadow. Little is preparing to go to your daughter's school. Saw so-called David and turned around. Told him to drop his tiny index finger. Show me your dad. There's David. That's David. He nodded. I know. I see. Son. The kid named David was walking when he heard something. The call, looked up as he determined. The person who calls me cute. Same class, then call me a tam new guy. So the boy quickly ran. Back to his daughter just like that. But I can see right through it. His daughter said the boy was really very. Like your son. The boy saw him and stopped for a moment. Seconds later. Fold your arms and greet politely. I greet you, uncle. I nod and greet you. Meeting this kid gives me a feeling. Indescribable feeling. Can't name it. It's so nostalgic. Emily's voice was as intense as the first time. I saw my daughter in the hospital. What crazy thoughts are you having? So he smiled slightly, dismissing the feeling. My sense go, I see too. The children kept looking at each other, so they spoke up to catch up. The story of a little boy who likes to play with girls. Why did the boy nod at him? Sure, yes, why'd I like it? I have no friends since I transferred to another school. Out of curiosity he asked the boy a question like. Position. Love, you think about this reason then you. The baby answered no. Because Ashley. Like my sister. Maybe the boy meant it for his daughter. The boy likes her because she looks like her sister. Playing with the girl he was a bit surprised. But should ask, how old are you, boy? Put your finger up and say 3. Older than me, cannot help laughing. Patting David on the head is logical. Of children, 3-year-old boy his daughter. 3 years old son, how can be me? Boy's girl is okay but brother is not. 1 year apart. He explained. You like that, Ashley cannot be me. My daughter is over 3 years old. 2 people of the same age should be friends. I'm not sure the boy understands everything. What you say or not, but you. Nodded to show he understood. The clock, he told the 2 kids, okay. You 2 go class. Uncle go to work now. I bow. Come down and kiss your daughter. Dad. Do it. Ashley also kissed him on the cheek goodbye. Dad. Take the 2 kids to the school gate. Leaving both children standing there waving. Hand in hand. Junior and senior together entered the class like. Dad. Do you love me very much? Maybe. Because David was curious. He asked Ashley. Proud, of course, I'm your baby. Dad has a dad who loves him the most in the world. Baby admires him, so happy, but. Mentioned the 2 words happiness face like. She said softly, but I was a little sad. Without his mother. David heard very clearly that word, but he asked him again. What did you say? Ashley shook her head and smiled. Nothing. Let's go to class. Second wall stripe children play together. Very close, plus you are also very precious. David should tell his daughter that there is time. Sometimes I invite you to my house to play. She is very nice. Glad, so nice. Invite David to the house. Play after each class, then David calls. The driver's call to pick me up seemed like family. David's family felt secure leaving their child alone. I come to your house to play. I just need. Ashley invited the boy to come to the house. Let's play games with Ashley for a bit. The two of them turned on the TV to watch cartoons. Just like that, the two children grew up together. Close to each other like brothers. Meet in the house. Sometimes when he comes home from work, David is still there. His house, he intimate chat with the boy like two real friends. So I know the boy's situation. Similar to David's father and son. Son of a successful businesswoman. The boys have no fathers. However, contrary to the expected sad look. Love of a bad father. Other children. David's face was very bright. Proud to talk about his father. David. Confide in me, not dad. I love you, but I am busy taking care of my sister. That child. The little boy wanted to tell a family story. Family, so he also listened attentively to the couple. When in doubt, ask him a few questions. Do you have a sister? Boy honestly. Yes, she is very cute. Then the boy. Again, confide. My parents divorced. Sigh. Live with mother. Younger sister. Live with father. Listen to immature words, but still. The boy's heart ached. He thought to himself. Society will have irresponsible husband. So how did you build a family? And have two children together, but still. Wanting a divorce can be a reason. Somehow, or because of fading feelings. Some serious cause will not dare to give opinions, but if it's about feelings. For the wife who fades away. Must think of the marriage she has given me. But gave birth to two children, but look at the child today. Growing up is not necessarily. Love your wife. More and more women. Born disadvantaged, later grown up to marry. Husband and child still have to suffer. More disadvantage, however. Those things. That can only be thought. I dare not say it for fear that I will destroy it. Image of a loving father. Love the boy's child. It is a work should not be done for a while, he repeated. Continue, but mom and dad love each other very much. Many mothers hang wedding photos on the wall. Mom's room is where I sleep sometimes. Looking at the wedding photos. Stroking dad's face and then crying. Mother still said one day father will come back to mother. Family will be reunited, then one house of four. People will be happy together. Hearing this, I feel sympathy. Again, sympathize bitterly for that mother. Also struggling to raise children alone. Like, it's really hard to raise a child alone. Must take good care of children and be kind. Love so that your child does not feel deprivation, loss, bitterness because of being a woman. It's not wrong for a woman to love someone. But sometimes, too stubborn to love someone. Must be good thing love will receive. Many injuries caused here. He again. Remember a person named Elizabeth. Just mentioning it makes my heart ache. Unconsciously throbbing pain to exhaustion. Felt like my heart had stopped. Stop hitting. How have you lived for nearly 4 years? She knows. Our unicorn is big from here. Know the child go to school, still get a lot. Dear friends for many years. Don't you miss me at all? No intention of visiting the child ever. Star. The beeping of a car horn helped him escape from that painful emotion. Boy. David heard a familiar car horn. Quickly get your school bag ready. Go home before leaving. Also say goodbye to me. I will pick you up and then say goodbye to you and your uncle. Don't forget to say hello to Ashley. Dad, I'm going home. See you tomorrow. He and his father also waved goodbye. Bye, boy. One afternoon while eating lunch and feeling stressed. The company has a small newsletter that makes Joseph attention. Every time I first find a corner and sit alone. I stay away from the hustle and bustle of work. Stay away from the fierce fighting of the public. I just need good working conditions. My job is to eat quickly. Hurry up lunch so you can rest. Pay more attention to the surrounding situation. Is today's news so outstanding it gives? For news related to HT Group, please visit Stay awake and watch the news like that. The specific content of the short news report was given. The CEO of HT Group is also her. The president's only daughter. Engagement confirmation with daughter. Right group makes business. A current wave emerged at the ancient point. The shares of the two corporations are rising rapidly. Mutation. Listen to the food you are chewing. In the mouth suddenly becomes tasteless and bland. I have an indescribable sense of loss. Into words the heart also aches cannot control but you push it away. And then deceive yourself that you should. Glad she found new happiness. The happiness of knowing a man like you she can never have. Married for over a year beyond smiles. She forced herself to smile but tears welling up in the corners of your eyes. Never seen her smile happily all day. Smile comes from happiness, right? Meaning why is she so stubborn? To the point of having you and then taking you back. I was not happy and when she realized. If I'm not happy, everything will be fine. Too late she is not just. Is a girl who loves him one-sidedly. Has made mother carry in her blood the blood of. He was lucky she kept some. This flesh and blood for you to make you less lonely. As my age grows older because. But he told himself she was. Find new happiness then should. Bless you. The TV news is still going on. Broadcasting at this time a female reporter is. Interview Super Corporation right hello. Thank you very much for taking the time today. Take a moment for us to interview. Monopoly. The interviewee is a man. He is about 30 years old. He looks gentle. Have the qualities of a leader. He smiled at the reporter. No. What should I do? The reporter continued to interview the specialist. We have heard recently that he would practice with Miss Elizabeth. HT Group did not know this story. Whether it is true or not he confirms all. Of course it is true. The reporter hurried. Take notes of what you hear. Continue ask us to know her. Elizabeth had a son over 3 years old. Age while he was never married. Don't mind this. Reporters are always like that. Hunt for news and clear it up because. So they will not miss any news. Whatever it is even a super rumor. The child heard the reporter ask about those things. That sensitive privacy issue you don't. Angry but on the contrary still ominous. Protein answer. Of course I don't mind love. If you say narrowly it will be extremely small. Small but if you say it is big it will be very confusing. The love I have for her I dare not. Say it big or small I love you. She should also love her child. For everyone. This is probably a show. TV proposal of the century. But with Joseph he did not listen. I didn't get a word out she had one 3-year-old son. Why did he suddenly die? When the sun goes down. We still hear a buzzing sound. 3 years older boy suddenly he understood. Everything. Why was her stomach so big in the past? So big but my daughter is only heavier. 2 kilograms. I also understand why every time I go. Ultrasound she made him wait outside. Don't like to go in with you like other couple everything. She arranged it in advance. I understand. Understood everything. Leave your lunch unfinished. Drive like a madman straight to HP Corporation. Went straight to the room. Should ever work without receptionist notice. The secretary strongly prevented him from doing so. Disregard all. Rush into the room. Dream see. She asked where my son was. But Elizabeth had imagined countless circumstances he and she will meet again also. Imagine the myriad of questions you will ask. Tell her in this meeting. The thing she least expected was that he lost it. Calmly stormed into her room. This man is always calm and composed. Where is the static but not right everything? I can do everything in this world. Static solve only related matters. Your relatives are so tangled. But Elizabeth tried to keep calm and waved her hand. Tell the secretary can go out. This is the person. The secretary was scolded by her boss for forgetting her. Stranger enters the room to replace the person. Only when I get to know my boss can I breathe a sigh of relief. Immediately left the office after. Go out child. Carefully close the door. Time passes. I cannot be patient. Be patient. He repeated the question one more time. Where is my child again? She smiled gently. Still the same smile. The smile of a few years ago that I used to see. Very familiar just so it's different. Less because she is more beautiful than before a beauty. gentle and affectionate in contrast to him. Not surprised at all like her. Knew everything from before, knew everything. He will come here. She stood up and left. From his seat to the sofa. Used for leisurely sitting. Down, she told him. You go to sleep, we negotiate a bit. His mood became more and more agitated. How can you be as calm as her? Know what you are thinking now. No, my child is over 3 years old. Father like Anne until today. How do you know about my existence? Can you calm down? Someone answer. Help, how can I keep calm? I asked her, she said. I sat down. My words. Elizabeth raised her voice before she finished speaking. His voice was as if she wanted to shout. Let me wake up with a voice. Not too big, but it has enough weight. Startled him. This is the first time. You like this? I have not seen you for 4 hours. He knew he was wrong, so he looked at her with pity. I'm sorry. This time she didn't care if he sat down. Down or not, she adjusted the morning sitting. My cross-legged drill. Ty poured water for guests as if there was nothing. What happened? Elizabeth today changed a lot and is no longer a girl. Girl only, love you only. She is also a young female entrepreneur, CEO. The talent of the whole group. She looked at him. Slow voice. We used to be husband and wife. Once divorced. Everything must be divided equally. Even children can understand this. Come on. She clearly meant he had a child. Have a child. But I never knew of its existence. Of the child. Before watching today's news. I really don't know what else is in this world. There is another child flowing in. Half-blood of Mr. Duong. Elizabeth raised an eyebrow. So you still haven't said anything. Let me know when you were pregnant with twins. Joseph could not say another word. Hand clenched, stone fist. Why today? You become like this again. This is the new. Her true personality is ruthless and heartless. I'm desperate. What to do you give me? See you again. I mean, it's very clear she won't let you two. Father and son recognize each other. Joseph is helpless. I am not willing to rely on anything. It's my child. You cannot accept you as your father. Right to know of child's existence. I get to take care of him when he needs it. Older brother. Time-space sedimentation. About the time I remember the most important thing. Remember me. One sentence. I'm going to have a new family. Mine. Just as she expected, he heard. I came here because of that news. The latest news broadcast recently. Just over 20 minutes, but that means just heard the news. He immediately ran here. Time. Everyone changes, but you remain. Like the day only you can make me. Can you be impatient? She nodded. Why does my new husband like that boy so much? A gentle saying, but for you are a deadly blow to the city. The attack touched his private part, causing him to wild. Cannot keep calm. He growled. No way, that is. My son, there is no way he will have one. Another father besides me. If you want. Can ask for him another child. My child gave me back. Chat finished a word. Slap with enough force to leave a mark. 5 slender fingers on her brother's face. Slapped him, and then she asked. Joseph said, I just saw you. How many rooms, Emily? She tried to build it all up, but it collapsed. The image of a strong woman has. I stopped loving you and I can't give it back to you. A girl named Elizabeth of 4 years. Before her eyes were filled with tears from 4 o'clock. Why has it been so many years? He still didn't see her in Yen V. The more I think about my life, the more I can't see her. How much I love you. She loves him as much as she does not. No, but one thing is for sure, she willing to sacrifice everything for him. My life, I miss you for the first time. The fairy called his name directly with a look. That heartbreaking look before even though seen. She cries or her appearance of pain. He also never seen her eyes expression. Clearly in the midst of this pain you have. I feel like she's in a lot of pain. I ask myself, what did I do wrong? Why is it only me that hurts? My heart also wants to exhaust me. Want to wipe away the tears. Her falling sensation soothed hers a little, but no chance. She brushed it off and tried to use it. A calm voice asked him. Nothing but your child. Important, but it is also a child. Mine. Joseph was silent. He didn't know what to say. Nothing, looking at her sad appearance. I just know the pain is too much. The level that made him breathless. He understood. One. What your child is also carrying half her blood. I don't understand the feeling. Carry the baby heavy to hurt it all. But still love the baby so much. And you? Will definitely love more. You too. Elizabeth continued to say bye even though he knew. How painful is childbirth? Still not as painful as giving it to. I am a child. That day when she found out she was pregnant with twins. Happy as a child she was happy. Happiness drowns without regard for consequences. Why at that time she only had one thought. Well, that is if something happens during birth. What unforeseen negligence she had. Willing to give one's life in return. Life for 2 children like that, one for 2. She stopped talking about her child and was very upset. Missing my little girl. Her voice choked up. It was his blood. But is my flesh and blood lost? Can still be passed on, but the song. The intestines are gone. What should I use to connect them? Again, bro. For more than 3 years now. She has been following it every day. Father and son saw their child with their own eyes. She grew a little taller. Through lifeless pictures. Visible but untouchable. How much it hurts, do you know? No, I can never. Understand. Joseph also hurt. I've been thinking for a long time that you're my father. That she doesn't love me anymore, so that's why. Left, but today he just knew her. Still love you. I really don't understand. Why did you leave us that day? Still very good. Just a few more days and she will be discharged from the hospital. When I get home, I will take good care of you and your child. He is willing to give up his pride. Her body smiled a bitter smile. You don't love me, but you live with me. Because of responsibility, how can I continue to torment you? Her words awakened his memories. Joseph stopped abruptly the night he drunk 4 years ago. He remembers. What did you say that night when you were drunk? How painful it must have been. I'm sorry, baby. I know it's too late, but I really. Sorry, I did not do it. I am sorry. But from the beginning it was my fault. If he makes a mistake, her mistake is 10 times bigger. It is because of his own stubbornness. Caused the current situation. For a while. Silence enveloped the room. The CEO's room was large and both men were silent. Silent, not knowing what to say to each other. What this is because everyone has faults in this story is still in love. Only she loves you, or you also love her, then both. Also cannot confirm the end. Joseph spoke up and agreed to withdraw. Give her and her parents back those moments. Peaceful. I'm sorry for bothering you. I'll be back. Immediately after that, without waiting for her to speak English. Had left when the door to the room was opened. Closed. Her tears fell again. It's been almost 4 years. Why is she alone? Love you like that. I don't have a bit any feelings for her, even if it's just his two-hearted actions. So cannot feel a bit warmth of love. More than 3 years, more than 1095 days is very short. But the memories gnaw at people. To the point of being so weak that there is no strength left. Every night before going to bed, look at the baby. Her boyfriend, but has all his features, from his double eyelids to his straight nose and thin lips. Deep sleep. She misses him so much. Miss every image, every gesture, every action. Her movements. She remembered everything about him. About you. But the most memorable thing is probably a little bit of blood between 2 people. Her flesh and bone marrow. In here she just knows how to hug her child tightly. Mouth keeps saying mom here, mom here. Since the day he came back from the old company. I thought a lot this afternoon. Today he suddenly called her Ashley's teacher, thanks to the story of the machine. Dad's daughter. Hears her voice. Still as pure and lovely as ever. My daughter. Have you eaten yet? Now at nursery she must have. Eat custard apple. However, he still wants to confirm. Take it again. I eat. Not much, but 2 bowls of rice. Always, the little girl proudly bragged to him. Like that. He sighed, but very gently, did not want his daughter to find out. You are so good, baby. Daddy said you have. Want to see mother, but not hear from mother and child. Baby burst into tears, sobbing from sobbing. You make my time hurt. So I don't want to see my mother for a minute. The little girl tried to stop crying and asked him. But voice still choked. Dad. Yes, mom. Like someone put a bucket of ice water in my face. Of you in the cold winter days. What did you just say? Why? Baby has no mother. Who said I don't have a mother? Photographer. Picture with dad. Dad still leaves the picture in the room. Is your mother go on business trip say? I have been with you for a long time. Have you forgotten? Actually, the little girl had asked where mom was before. Of course I can't tell you. That divorced couples can only. Said her mother was on a business trip. I want to wait until the child is a little older. Ability to understand complex issues. Adults will tell you later. But it seems the little girl heard those words. Something he reassured his daughter if she. Information after school this afternoon she led. Can I come see my mother now? Has the baby stopped crying? Dad? Never lied to me about anything. Believe me Dad, I believe, but then there was a little girl screaming, yeah, I'm going to be. I saw mom. Look at mother and child hugging each other in happiness. I feel my life finally did something right. These past 2 days I've been thinking really hard just because. Your ego is too big. Not realizing his feelings for the child. His daughter had to leave her mother since birth. Hurt his son cannot be with. Next to dad for 5 long years is more than enough. Already. Mother and child cry enough. I'm worried that if they hug each other and cry forever, they will run out of tears. Eyes lost her only now stop crying look. Really little girl. She looks like a miniature version. Such a cute chubby baby. Angel, thank you for taking care of her. So thoughtful. But remember what is important. She took. Phone call the driver. He went to the nursery to pick up David from work. For me, a simple dinner at a restaurant. Small, not luxurious, extravagant, but it is a family's dream for many years. Family because after years of torment they just accepted. Get the true value of the 2 words. Her family feeds the heart like every bite of rice. Let the child protest, mom, I will eat by myself. Okay, it's okay to feed the baby. Oh baby, not careful. Her voice is sad. Yes, who? The girl could not bear to see her mother sad. But a father and son did not eat but kept on eating. Staring at her like a joke. She and her mother took over all the TV airtime. Not letting him and his father appear even for a moment. Few seconds as kind heart remind few. David, you eat all 4 fast food. The food is cold now. I just laughed, but David spoke up and called out. Brother is not you. He is brother. Mine. Last time it was fine, but now. No need to hide anymore. You do. How to make my sister call me uncle like before. Here is okay little girl. Tam Nhu looked at her mother. Yes, call me brother, second son. I love you so much. My second brother. Baby wonder. But have you known me for a long time, David? I know you. But why did mom give it to me? Go there to study to protect you. Who bullied you? Joseph now realized everything. It turns out there is no coincidence. However, it was all her arrangement. You are so stupid that your child. Without realizing it even many times. The boy came to play at my house. I didn't even have a chance. The department kept the boy for a meal. Now that I look closely I see the guy. Baby is very like him, just has warm personality. More than you. The whole family was having a happy family dinner when. From the door there is a couple coming. Near when the 2 reached where they were sitting. The other man spoke up. Oh, my future wife. Your wedding after going to dinner with your ex-husband. I'm so jealous. But Elizabeth also happily replied with a sentence. What about your wedding groomer? Are you taking your girlfriend out to eat today? Me too. Jealous to death. Now Bach just recognized that person. Is a right car for women. Next to pinch his hand, 2 brothers. You guys keep joking like this. I'm new to this. Jealous, he laughed out loud. Wife has. Know that jealousy is not good. To your child's development. The other woman looked sulky. Don't care anymore, Elizabeth. Just spoke up to make peace. Just like that, sit down and have dinner together. With my family today I am 10 out of 10. Bach kept asking questions and didn't understand anything. Nothing happened when the other 2 sat down. Elizabeth just introduced, this is her husband. And my children. Then she turned and said. And this is Emily and her fiancé. Everyone who watches the news probably knows you. All right. 10 p.m. at a certain house. A small family of 4 sleeping together. On a 1.6 meter wide bed. These 2 little people are lying in the middle. Sleeping soundly, but 2 adults lying there. Both sides cannot sleep a wink. The matter is. After dinner the 2 children kept nagging. Insist on sleeping with both his parents. Some woman loves her child so much that even though she has shy also have to accept. What is your story? In the quiet of the night his voice was small. Low and gentle voice makes her feel sad. I will share a play with you. Okay? Superficial explanation like that actually lasts for. This year she never stopped loving him. They say the desert is a world away. But she felt she said that was not right. It's wrong because no matter how long I've been away from you, her love for him still remains. Always unchanged, so she and Mr. Tone are the place. Know each other and do business together for many years. Make a play including that news. It's fake. Luckily Emily is also my friend. Close friends of both people always support. Help make the play of two people successful. Brilliant success, pull someone to your side. She gave her son a father. Live with daughter every day. Joseph put his arms around her and took her hands. Her slim. I'm sorry I was wrong. Luckily, after all I'm still standing there waiting for you. Spent more than 4 years in exchange for the love of his dreams. You must be very worthy. She gently stroked his hand if she could. New happiness is not that life. Will I always live in regret? Where can I find a perfect woman? I love you with all my heart. Maybe not. Who knew that he loved her before? I love the girl who always wears dresses. Pure white, but I'm shy. How can I be poor and deserve it? With her only after forced marriage. Because of a man's pride he just act disgusted to make her let go of Duan. Unexpectedly, in the end he still cannot control myself to leave the seed she carries in her body or this lovely creature. I feel like lying here is very tight. Or not. Early in the morning, he and she heard the cry of a baby. Mother cheated, parents said sleep with them. I went to another room. Elizabeth was still not awake but hurried. Gold jumped up and put his clothes back on. Adjust out of the room holding the mind up. Good boy, why are you crying? The girl wiped away her tears but repeated. Those comments just said you are embarrassed. How to explain to children? Went out because the two children took up all the space. Sleep with parents and then cause parents to fall down. There is no place to sleep. Only then did the baby stop crying. Dad never lied to me. David witnessed everything but he didn't say it, he thought she said it. Lie yesterday, clearly you saw your parents out of room. One day he just came home from work and was in a hurry. Find her. Ignore the two babies waiting for him. In the living room, Dad. He hugged her tightly. She was a bit overwhelmed so she pushed him away. Take it easy on me, what's wrong, you hug me even more. She tighter, will not tell him for I know you have hemophilia if. At that time, no thanks to the available preparation. His two children are motherless. Are not. But a few months ago I wanted to have another child. She also nodded in agreement. How big must her love be? Can sacrifice so much for him. Understand, maybe someone said something to him. When she decided to give birth to his child. She did it herself. Promise me if I can. Safe and sound she will leave him so he can have time to think about your feelings. She hugged him and gently stroked his back. It's okay. It's all over now. I'm still okay. Be healthy. I dare not think if at that time I. Looking at her affectionately. She will not be pretty later. What's more beautiful? 2 is enough. I'm sorry. Just understand that she is happy. Don't ask. Sorry, I don't want to hear sorry later. You must love me and love your child more. Do you know? I nodded my head. All my life I only have. She is a wife and only loves one person. This wife is not for responsibility. Not to force him to love her. Joseph loves Elizabeth. Love is tested by fire. Love that has been tested is a new one. Beautiful love.